that ball was out of your hands? Did you want to grab it and get it right back?
Pretty soon. I think it was one of those things that, kind of just was throwing the ball out of bounds. Thought I had enough on it. Really didn't even think the guy was there to make the play, but yeah, it was one of those ones that right when I let it go, you want to reach out there and grab it and take it back. But that's the way it is sometimes.
What's it mean to move past you?
It's one of those things. Obviously, after losing it, it's hard to really, I guess, take in what all that means. I think it's one of those things that I'll definitely look back on and just be proud of and be just so thankful for all the people that made something like that happen. Obviously, with that many yards as a quarterback, you're not doing a lot of it yourself. You're surrounded by a bunch of guys who are helping you out, and obviously it's something that to go in the record book at a school like this, with a record like that, it's amazing. I mean, it's an amazing feat, and something I really can't wrap my head around quite yet. But I think probably in the future, a couple weeks or so, I'll be able to be more proud of it. But today it still stings a little bit.
What was it like just having your mom and your wife out there for senior night?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think I've always said you never really understand, what senior day is all about, and what seeing guys go before you is really like until all of a sudden you're in those shoes and it's you and your class out there, and all of a sudden you look around and you know that each moment, each step that you take is your last. And I thought waking up today I didn't feel like I was going to be too emotional. They put on a little highlight film before we came over here, and I got pretty emotional there, but I was able to hold it in for the most part throughout. But it's just, I mean, it's crazy that all those moments are in the past now, and everything that we'll say about our college football day will be started with remember when, or I wish we could have one more of just those experiences. It's been a blast. I mean, it really has. I can't describe it at all how much just this program and the people believing in me has meant to me. It's taught me so much. I've grown up so much through this whole time, and it's just crazy to think that that it's over.
Describe that locker room after the game, especially for you seniors.
It was a mixed bag of emotions. I mean, I think you saw every type of emotion you could guess from guys, and I think what we always wanted to say as seniors is that we were able to leave it all out there each week, each practice, each time that we got together, and I truly am able to say that. I think every senior is able to say that, and I think that feeling of fulfillment is what we wanted. It's something that we didn't want today to be about us. We wanted it to be about just hopefully the foundation and the legacy that we were able to leave, and I think just the way that those guys are, just as people, not talking about talent or anything like that, but as people. I think that's something that's worth following.
Nathan, when you look back on your career, how do you think the friendships, the off-the-field stuff will sort of compare in your memory to a rough last couple of seasons the fans may think will be what sticks in your head, down the road? How do you think that'll all sort of balance out down the road?
I think down the road it's the memories and the moments that you get. It's the stuff that people don't necessarily see on Saturday. Obviously everyone sees the result of games and the passes you throw, the runs people had, and tackles made. But for us, it's the little things. It's coming in the locker room and just hanging out, just sitting there and talking with the guys for 45 minutes. It's just asking how guys' families are. It's battling through tough off the field stuff. It's all those little things that we all will just miss, the camaraderie of all of it, and it's something that you can never you can never describe and never relive again. Just the moments that we had together. I would imagine that in the future I could only hope to work with people half as enthusiastic and as proud of what they're doing. And I mean, I'm just gonna miss all these guys, all these coaches, and it's gonna be sad. That's reality.
What's it gonna be like watching them next year?
Weird. It'll be I mean, you know, I played 48 games here. You know, 50 total that, you know, I didn't start in a couple of those ones, and I've been in it. You know, I've been in every single part of it. I've seen everything, you know, from, you know, what you guys seen to behind the scenes, and, you know, all of a sudden next year I'll be, you know, detached, and all I'll see is what everybody else sees. You know, the guys running out there on the field, and it'll be tough, I'm sure, you know, to get adjusted to. I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, this has just been, I've been part of this. This has been, you know, not what defines me, but made me who I was, and all of a sudden it'll be gone, and it'll be something new that I'll be adjusting to. And man, I just, yeah, next year will be crazy not to be a member of this football team.
Given thought to what you're doing next?
Giving thought to what I'm doing next?
Yeah.
You know, hanging out. Honestly, I'm looking at the next few minutes. You know, walking out of here, hanging out with my family. Yeah, I haven't got to Sunday or Monday yet. Soaking up all of these feelings, all these emotions, all these times, and yeah, I think I'm pretty much thinking about what's the next couple hours. I think I'd probably freak out if I think about what the next week will look like. So, yeah, we'll see.
What's for dinner?
Bobo's barbecue. That's exactly what's for dinner.
So he knows that.
Yeah, it'll be. I've got 20 or so people in my family here. Morgan has 20 or so people in her family here. So we're all gonna hang out and just enjoy, you know, time together. But yeah, Monday's a scary thought for me right now, I guess.
As this program goes forward, what's key for it to continue progressing here? Just keep stepping forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think the first thing that you want to talk about is just the mentality of, you know, togetherness, and I think that's been so important. And as I've watched, you know, just this program through the years, when that's there, you know, things are usually clicking, and when that's not, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, uncertainness. And I think, you know, just that motto of just being together, playing for one another, not playing for yourself, is something that's for sure important. And then I think, you know, just believing in each other. I mean, I think that's why this, on the offense side of the ball, that's why we were able to click this year, is just because you have a bunch of guys that were out there and believe in one another. I was able to believe in all those receivers that they were going to go out there and make plays, the O-line was going to protect. And in all honesty, when Coach Cuba got here, it was pretty much blind faith. It wasn't something that, you know, yeah, we hoped that things were going to go well, but it wasn't something that we said, you know, that there was anything from the past of what we had done to say that we would be able to do it. So, you know, sometimes it's just having that blind faith, just believing in something, and then all of a sudden, you know, things start to happen out there on the field.
How extra special was it to throw that pass to Miles and Ryan's jersey?
Yeah, that was pretty special. Well, he didn't get on the first one where I gave him what I thought was a pretty good ball, and got stopped on the 1 yard line. You know, so everybody's giving me trouble for that. Yeah, but it's funny because the play I threw him an inside slant, and it's honestly, since I've played football, probably since I've been here for sure, I've never liked to throw that inside slant. I just never liked it. And last week at Purdue, I missed Steve on the inside slant, and Miles was, you know, giving me trouble about it. And I always tell him, I just don't. There's certain routes, you know, you just don't like. It was sure enough, we get out there and we call a double slant play, and we're actually gonna call a double move, and I actually checked it off, so we're just running the regular slants, and Miles is in the slot, and, you know, I kind of throw it and don't really know where that inside linebacker is at, and I mean, he comes up with it, makes a play. So that's probably it'll be something that we'll always remember. Is that was as much trust as anything that he he's always told me I'm always open on the inside slants. I'm just real hesitant on it, so I kind of just trusted him on that last one, and you know, it worked out. But it was cool him representing length like that. I mean, those guys, it'll be crazy. That's what we were talking about last night. In all honesty, we were up till probably, 1 or 2 o'clock just talking about all the times. And those guys have been together. I mean, they've been roommates in the dorms. They've been roommates, for every step of the way. And for him to represent Link like that today and play his butt off all day was pretty cool.
Was there a name for the pass and catch between you and Steve?
Yeah, no, we practiced it all week. No. it was one of those things that, I got a little bit of pressure, and he had beat the guy already. And I think if he stays on his feet, it probably looks like an easy catch. But if he falls down, I'm just like, thinking that it's not going to be complete at that point, but happens to land in the right place at the right time. So it was one of those things you just shrug your shoulders and say, we'll take it.
Nathan, even though you can't think about next year yet, would you compare yourself more to Antoine Randall L. or Doug Flutie?
Neither. I would compare myself to myself. I think, I'm honestly not even thinking about that at this point.